place it's got everyone riled up.
Take that abomination out.
Wait, really?
No, you slackwit. Rifts are spatial anomalies. Things. At least that's what the lab codes say. Just clear if you want to keep all your parts.
Hello again. Hope you ain't here for yourself. You sound like my unit captain.
Stop sniveling, Erickson.
Pirates, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me. You know what? As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by... Oh yeah? What'd you think? Pretty cunning, ain't she? Not sure drones can feel fear as such. Oh, the man in charge, Commander Torres. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine. That sounds great. Hello again. Hope you ain't here for yourself.
I must ask you to hold still.
You look on.
You've returned? I'm still quite busy, so make this quick if you please. Here.
Never been the type to sit behind it. You're back. Great. All right.
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right.
Welcome. Hello again. I'm still finding my stride with, according to the guide, in situations such as this. Thanks for all your help. Now, thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. Sprats again. Welcome. No sign of those crafty little devils as yet.
I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, hey,
No sign of them sprats, thank law.
I tried my best.
Coming back out. Be there in a moment.
This is what she said to me.
How can I improve your day? The aunties like they...
That tremendous statue is of Matriarch Alexandra Varick, founder of the Protectorate. I'm shocked the traitors haven't defaced it.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful.
I used to love taking the train across Dorado, seeing the Marcasite caverns, the silence of the desolate plains. But that's all in the past now.
Our lines will mount. When subjects arrive, innocent will avoid missing their tram.
This place reeks of death. I believe refugees attempted to take solace from the fighting here. I only hope they found peace in oblivion.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but in light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken. They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced and prone to violence. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance. The creatures are of the genus Verachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human and exceedingly willing to do so.
May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Is it bad that despite being in the middle of
The Order was not prepared for such an influx of refugees.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the... Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't... Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is... That's enough question. You need... Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defected, I remember this place.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish.
I swear,
Invaders,
it's nigh on
Order
impossible to
defecting,
find decent animal remains in
putting
these
this
parts.
sprat back into the camp.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Algorithmic. And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on... Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Typically, no. The abbot felt to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps I am sure they bear an according life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out by quite a healthy stat. We have but if my data remains then back. Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the
You there!
grand...
Cease rifling in your colleagues' pockets, or else! And you. No jostling. I'll forget
If we
it.
factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables,
My soup is nutritionally
upsetting the
calculated to sustain
multiple
all bodily functions,
we start
but
to
it could
grasp the
use a little
potential
salt.
range of disruption.
Oh, try not to get too close. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Don't. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I think sickness, malnutrition. You too.
How long are we meant to stay here? How long are we meant to stay here?
What's the order? I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my... I banged him up real good for... The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while. You ought to... Doesn't like... Any... Oh. Ow.
The meaning of life is numeric. Apology. Lately, you are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path. Well, if it's in the display yes. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex, as I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on eventually. The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear. Oh yeah, don't have proper building material and... Oh, maybe if we interspersed our... Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Now you can, with asymptote bourbon, consistently rated the best, from the Order of the Ascendant.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's
Law. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another
We're
colony?
not going anywhere.
With an 8.
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom.
My noggin sure is sore.
This is truly a misbegotten settlement if criminals are allowed to operate openly within it. Architect's mercy.
Appreciate you looking out for our interests.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large ship. Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral cane. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to myself. I enjoy the thrills of the environment. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will mate agreed. You do wheat beyond that. We've still got folks we feast.
greeting, or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate, or oh, here sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Half the time, now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in. Oh, I hate it. My noggin sure is sore.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
What is it? Oh, new arrivals. A scent or beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? Excuse me, you see, but the ever-disruptive voice of the the seer. Further, we can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was foretold? Any questions before you get started? You can find her outside. Novice seer vicarage. Many.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions. Well, if the archivist said so, as you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The order of the if I can help others in with the great disruption that is appreciated. My time is yours. You may.
Hold still and
By the
accept
law.
treatment.
It's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. Strictly. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. I am but a humble general practitioner. The Seer gave. Now, take the datapad. With my thanks. Thanks to you. Take this. Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? We don't. Of course. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of. Since you.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the cop?
Please, keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
I suppose that... Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our We utilize none of the Department of Predictive Analysis. Of course, predictions have... But as we close in on solving the universal equation, Matriarch's why I, for instance, have I share engagement is admittedly rather low. But at least one member of if my own humble assertions are not enough. True, regrettably, this is me. I foresee... My weekly prognostic report hinted at our past or pending interaction.
Lovely day for differential geometry. Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
You must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to Allow me to welcome you to Golden Range. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sense of the That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Victor, I must agree with my seer. And that may well... Victor, unfortunately, you'll need to... Besides the highly caught... Indeed, as my predecessor would remind me, denying... No, I...
Respectfully, Scholar, given...
Shoot up one more thing. Your investigate... I'm here. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our Illuminating the Path to True A calling for those... Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Oh, without why? Matriarch's mercy. Not if you consider the alternative. Good news indeed. Welcome. Anything I can do to assist you? Illuminating the path to Rift worshippers spouting in... anything I can do to assist... Oh, of course, apart from providing them. Need I remind you, I haven't the wish to debate... Yes, what have you discussed? Well, anything I can do to assist you?
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating vital, time-sensitive data, and your perpetual motion is distracting.
If we must break our backs for the Order, I'd prefer to start at the manufactory. I admit to some minor curiosity as to what transpired there.
Oh. Granted, I mostly skimmed the part. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah. All's first, just after lunch. When my co-occupant Ike had a POP done, Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassard, but we saw that coming.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I shall not stay your execution. I don't find
You'll reduce them to a slurry. Your vitals look grim, Commander. I would not refuse assistance. It is most imperative.
Commander, you are dying. We did not.
Mediating lethally. I cannot fight a phantom foe.
Contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they haven't... yes, sir. This is Factor Maytag. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot?
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you...
Your casual method of address has been noted. Consider yourself thankful that present company stays my wrath. Some.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the Abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. One of our transport pods to date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose. And we have managed to corner the apparent, though steadfastly maintaining her innocence. She has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. May fate and fortune converge.
Apologies, but an automechanical swerve is never
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. I'm not probably not with random attackers.
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, just look at this mess. That explosion.
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary, fastidiousness.
Little good that's doing us now. Little
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
You lose something down there? What are you doing up here? How did you get past the... Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown put... I ran a systems audit on the... A transport pod full of Zeranium was fired from here. A low-ranking scientician. Regrettably, that is all I know. Something down there?
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Or good night.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Detoxification initiated. Took over. I'm not going to speak with random factors.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame it quite. It's less what happened, that Perot was to a spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Not all of us. Those dedicated wholly to the math. Oh, no, within she then... Why, she could destroy this entire... I'll be... We're still in lockdown, so I take it. Stupend.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
This unit's current work task takes priority. Let's better conversation. Farewell.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Try not to deviate from the norm. Stop deviating from the baseline.
You know, you strike me as someone with a very small body of published work.
Described of arachnids calicity as slavering when it attacks.
There's little you could tell me I couldn't.
Do your
also
own
tell
research.
you.
Happy to chat for 0.07 seconds. Oh, time's up.
What is
Bye.
with the anomalous behavior?
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Great assessment!
Oh, hello.
No lecture.
Todd, take your office.
Of course, she's hiding something.
unit
You
is
think those two
perfect.
exemplars just... Alva's been here for...
Investigator,
how many
are you
years?
going to be a practice ahead because
We're
of
on
my
just
perception
blended in with
that
us.
requires very little computation?
I have too much on my mind for idle
I've got your
chit-chat.
numeral. Keep moving.
These circumstances proceed.
Glad.
May all your endeavors add to always account for standard deviation.
This unit's current work task takes priority. conversation. Farewell.
Stop deviating from the baseline. Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions. What is with the anomalous behavior?
Always account for standard deviation.
Investigator.
Circumstances proceed toward intended results. May all your endeavors add to the equation.
May all your theories prove true.
Hello. I'm here often. Goodbye.
I have too much of my life for idle numerical chit-chat.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Could that be a Protectorate Arbiter? And someone else? Oh my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Or don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? Yes, that was terrible. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate. Dear me, I wish I did. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you. And I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. if you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not appreciate may the plan favor us against long odds.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too discreet.
Our Earth Director.
Well,
Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matad.
yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of troops, do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based. A recent, we were unable to. Nothing conclude.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals you... but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched... But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak. All commands are run.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. Oh,
I'll stay. May fate and fortune converge.
That Svoboda would have made a good arbiter, hmm? Oh, just a little jest. No, she struck me an over-officious buffoon.
have my thanks. You see a target I'm not?
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Well, again, careful on your... May all your endeavors elicit expected results. May all your theories prove true.
Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
What is with the anomalous behavior? May all your...
Always account for standard deviation.
It is difficult for me to tell how strange Alva's situation is relative to anything else within the Order. It all seems equally inexplicable.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes, I'd been hoping. Might I entreat you to act in... Well, we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. May deliberate endeavors beget expected
Hello,
results.
this unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state. And my internal levels of with the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with... Now that you I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. You mean just after the attack occurred? The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is...
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from him? I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back-manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Marisol's fine, thank you, dear.
Is Commander not a cool enough moniker? What about the Scallywag? No?
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department, They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
That you are who you are, understanding right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor's Svoboda. I cannot be party to this.
A wise, good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this balderdash. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thoughtful thing to say, dear. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Search away, Commander. I shall keep an eye on the weapon hand of our new compatriot.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place. So, Abbot Newell sent you to my manufactory to lower tensions with Auntie's choice, I take it. Good, good. For a poor excuse for a scientician and something of a dandy, the Order has been made out to be in the wrong here. It would be a shame for hostilities to reignite before we find out who's responsible. Suppose you can ask. Sometimes, with purpose. Don't you as well? Do you draw some moral distinction between avenging harm and nipping it in the bud beforehand? Between covert and overt means? When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. Whatever's on your mind. Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's really little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years. Information free of context can be off-putting, confusing, dangerous even, if misjudged. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while. To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent. Dorado appealed to me because it was off the board but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding. Do you know? Let's hear it. Another crack like that, and you might just find out. Our department employed a variety of methods to obviate hindrances and threats to the Order's efforts. We were considered wardens of the grand plan, helping correct it when needed. All of us are part of the plan. We follow the path intended for us by the architect. We should, at least. Now and then, some push back against their path, but it never ends well. Corrections can take time, even delay in the solving of the equation. That's where we came in, to get things back on track in the timeliest of manners. May all our I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear. I'm not so sure Proctor Svoboda was capable of crashing cargo pods into additional Auntie's installations. Still glad. May the...
The Order was responsible for most uranium manufacturing prior to the schism. It is fortunate that the Protectorate has accelerated its own production since.
Investigator.
May the plan guide you.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Yes, yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty today.
Always account for standard deviations.
Investigator.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today. May fate and fortune converge.
I hope this does not turn back into an active war. This is the Order's anti-air control center. You don't have specific business here? Kindly keep moving.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Yeah.
no reason to reason with you.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
It seems the Order was unprepared, but it is the refugees that arrest my attention more than their would-be handlers. Any who leave the Protectorate fold deserve punishment. There is no such thing as a non-combatant in a system under siege. If Arcadia faced famine, I would pick up a trowel, expecting a common subject to aid in our... My feelings aside, I shall not judge them, owing to our bargain. But I cannot promise my duty shall not win out in the future. Blast! I was halfway through my backwards recitation of each Protectorate law. Speak freely. Certainly, I consider...
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
May whatever we discuss speak freely. Certainly, I can...
Prosecuting!
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Rosie, my injuries are not...
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
I shall! One second.
To battle!
Go for torpification. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Reviving me is Thank you.
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations. Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return. Strongly recommend you return.
Halt. What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of... Halt! Access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel only. It isn't safe, given the rift activity. What is with the anomalous behavior?
If you're here to help, then you should be aware that we've all been placed on standby after that last attack.
Careful wandering the trenches there, stranger. Some board initiates might become confrontational, just to have something to do. Wait. I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply depot.
That Manosaur was at
Move
least
on,
4 meters
freelancer.
tall.
I've been tasked
Now
with
probably
penetrating
close to
enlisted
6
personnel.
Probably the biggest Manosaur there ever was.
I should do a study on how alcohol affects the temporal lobe. What is with the anomalous behavior?
Impressive. Everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the quiet has made reading far more enjoyable and increased the speed of my literary consumption by 14%.
That is what
This
I call
war
a
cannot
stubborn
come to a
clog in the old...
conclusion.
You're gonna have... Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for... You mean... You want the pipe doctor to Why, this is the... But... don't get me wrong. It would be an honor. I'm just not sure. Maybe you're...
This war cannot come to a conclusion soon enough.
I do not believe you have
Wartime
clearance to be
rations are
here.
making assignment in proximity to the latrines even more unbearable than is typical.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Combatant observed.
Since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It was a struggle to keep track with the constant threat of bullets ventilating your brain pan. Had another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The Order was hard enough to contend with. Now we got them too. It's enough to make a man weep. How many good soldiers have we lost out in those all-forsaken wastes? Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. And now, it's my squad's turn. Chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, law help me. Just tell her I love her.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you some kind of rocket attack? Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help. Without them, they can't convert raw as many as you can. There's anti-drop to extra compression,
I know I'm not responsible for this, but still feel accountable somehow. I'm all for helping.
I just threw up all over my shoes. And the laces are melting. Why are the laces melting?
You'd make a great lower manager.
Did that blast give me a... You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? Well, what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Serious? You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone... It just so happens lately my luck's been right miserable. I got you cut, or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me that you get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docks work, and that has been a go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. This, anyways, there's some. Now you know.
Even standing amidst us. How do you eat purpleberry crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box.
I just threw up all over my shoes. And the laces are melting. Oh, why are the laces melting? It's Barnabas. The worst.
It's hotter than fire.
Barnabas, I just threw up all over my shoes.
I think I love you. Special board.
Why are the laces melting?
It's hotter than fire. I think I might be extra special forced.